guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Cherish, and if you are seeing this face for the first time, you are welcome to this channel. Okay, so I'm a dark skin makeup artist based in Lagos, Nigeria, and I post basically dark skin beauty content on this channel. So if that is something you like to always see, feel free to subscribe to my YouTube channel. So in this video, I'm going to show you guys how I darken my brown eyeshadow shade. Most brown colors in the eyeshadow palette, in our eyeshadow palette, do not show up on our skin just because those colors are really similar to our skin color, our skin shade, and they do not show up. So in this video, I'm just going to show you guys how I make my brown shade show up on my skin. So without further much talking, let's just dive right into the video. So I've already done my brow. This is my sort of everyday brow, and I'm just going to be cleaning it up with this V Beauty foundation. It's also a concealer, so this is what I'm going to be using in this video. I'm just going to be using a little bit of this espresso foundation, just because I want to kind of darken the color a bit. I don't want it to show up too much. I don't want it to be very bright, because that shade is bright. This is the V Beauty foundation in Melanin. So I'm just going to be priming my eyes with this primer, this eyeshadow primer, before putting anything on my skin. I don't know the name of this primer just because it has rubbed off. I got it a long time ago, so I'm just going to be placing this here. This is kind of too much already, but I'm just going to try to prime with it. So it feels like it's too much already, but let's just prime. I'm priming with my hand, and I'm just going to extend it later on. So I'm going to blend this eyeshadow primer out. I'm using this primer just because I want that shade to show up properly. I want my eyeshadow to show up properly on my skin. So blending is also a really important process. I'm just dabbing this part. So I've blended that out. So I'm going to be using my Blossom African palette, and this palette has just three brown shades. These shades do not show up on my skin at all. So first off, I'm just going to be trying out those shades and show you guys that it doesn't show up properly. So I'm going into this shade. I always go into this shade, Fumi. I'm going to be mixing both shades together. I'm going to be using that as my transition. So I'm just going to try to build them up here and just try to, if you notice, it's not showing up as it would normally show up on a person that has a brighter skin or a lighter skin. So I'm going to do that at this other part. I'm going to do that blending. So you can totally use any of your brown eyeshadow shade that you have. Just make sure you blend properly. So that's just what I'm doing here. I've used my brown shade, but it's not showing up. So I'm just taking out my time to blend properly. Now just look at it. So I'm going to go into a black shade on this palette. This is the Who Is That Girl palette. Something fell off. A shade fell off. And I'm just going to be using this black shade here called Gamma Ray. I'm going to take in really little. I'm still using this blending brush, and I'm just going to be taking really little. I'm going to put that on here, then I'm going to kind of dip in this color. I'm cleaning the black shade off my hand. So take your time to blend this properly so you get the best result. So as I am blending, I am dragging. I'm blending, I am dragging, and I am cleaning just to reduce the intensity. And I'm also going to go back into that my brown shade that I used before, and I'm just going to put that on this place. Can you see that it's showing more? It's darker and it's just showing properly, showing very, very well here. I'm just going to do that to the other side. Take a bit of it, dab it like on my arm, just because I don't want too much color. I don't want it to be too dark, and I'm just going into that brown color. I'm using this black to deepen this color. So I'm taking it, I'm rubbing it against my wrist, and I'm trying to deepen that color. I'm just trying to blend, just blend it properly to just eradicate any harsh lines. So that's just totally how I do it. I'm going into that brown shade and just going into the brown shade, going into the black shade. I'm just trying to build up that particular shade that I just created. So it's darker, it's showing up, and I totally love it. What do you guys think? It's darker, it's showing up on my skin, and yeah, I know that okay, I applied something. It's not too dark. It is just the perfect shade of brown that you would normally want. You would normally want in a palette. So I'm just blending that out. So I've blended that. If you want it to be deeper, if you want the black shade to show up more, go into it properly. So I went into it a little bit just because I want this part of my eye to be a bit darker than the rest. So I'm going into the black, I'm going into the brown to just soften that color. And we don't want too much. I think I have too much already, but it's nice. The key is just blend it. Blend. Take your time out to blend. So I'm taking another blending brush. I'm just going to pick out this shade on this palette called Dubai. I'm just going to tap this color into this skin. Tap. So this is just a really simple look. So never drag out your So I want that faded look. I don't want it to be too intense. So I'm just dabbing it here. I'm making sure everything is distributed properly around here. I'm going to do that to the other eye. Okay, so I'm going to go back into this brush that I used to achieve that brown shade, and I'm just going to try to get the perfect colors, blend those colors out together. So that's it, guys. That's how I achieved a deeper brown shade on my eyelid. So I went off camera and I completed this eye look to an extent. Yes, I didn't put lashes and everything, but we good. Okay, so that's just how I darkened the brown shade on my crease, any brown shade on my dark skin. Okay, feel free to try it out and tell me if it worked for you. Okay, so I'll see you in my next video, guys. Bye.